Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to Microteaching class. My name is Teko Purwanti and today we are going to learn about everything related to microteaching. Well, dear students, do you have any idea about microteaching? Microteaching is a valuable teaching technique that has become an integral part of many teacher training programs. It provides pre-service and in-service teachers with the opportunity to develop and refine their instructional skills in supportive and controlled environment. By focusing on specific techniques and strategies, microteaching allows educators to practice and receive feedback on their performance, ultimately enhancing their overall teaching effectiveness. Let's talk about microteaching in detail. Well, we are going to talk about its definition, its purpose, and also its feedback and reflection. So first thing first, definition. Microteaching is a scaled-down teaching encounter in which a pre-service or in-service teacher teaches a short lesson to a small group of students or peers. This typically involves a 5 to 20-minute lesson that focuses on specific teaching skills or strategies. And regarding its purpose, the primary purpose of microteaching is to provide teachers with the opportunity to practice and refine their teaching skills in a safe and supportive environment. It allows them to experiment with different instructional approaches, receive immediate feedback, and make adjustments before implementing the lesson in a real classroom setting. And about the feedback and reflection. Microteaching emphasizes the importance of feedback and reflection. After the lesson, the teacher receives constructive feedback from peers, supervisors, and also experts, which they can then use to identify areas of improvement and develop strategies for enhancing their teaching practice. And then there are several key components of microteaching. First, planning. Effective microteaching begins with thorough lesson planning. Teachers must carefully select the content and instructional strategies they will use and anticipate potential challenges or questions that may arise during the lesson. And then number two, delivery. During the microteaching session, the teacher delivers the lesson to a small group of students or peers. This allows them to practice their teaching skills, including verbal communication, use of teaching aids, and classroom management techniques. And then, finally, feedback and reflection. After the lesson, the teacher receives feedback from the observers, who provide constructive criticism and suggestion for improvement. The teacher then reflects on their performance, identifying strengths and weaknesses, and develops a plan for further skill development. And then what about the benefit and the challenges of microteaching? Of course, there are quite many. So first, benefit. Microteaching provides numerous benefits for teachers, including the opportunity to practice teaching in a low-stake environment, and then receive personalized feedback, and develop greater self-awareness and confidence in their teaching abilities. And then it also helps teachers identify and address specific areas on improvement, ultimately enhancing their overall instruction effectiveness. And then in terms of challenges, while microteaching offers many advantages, it also presents some challenges. And this can include creating an artificial teaching environment, managing the time constraints on a shortened lesson, and ensuring that the feedback received is constructive and actionable. Overcoming these challenges requires careful planning, a supportive learning environment, and a commitment to continuous improvement. And then, how do students implement microteaching effectively? Of course, first, you have to get preparation. So before the microteaching session, teachers should carefully plan their lesson, considering the learning objective, the instructional strategies, and the potential challenges. They should also familiarize themselves with the feedback process and the criteria that will be used to evaluate their performance. And then second, in its delivery. During the micro-teaching session, teachers should focus on implementing their planned lesson, adjusting their approach based on the reaction and feedback of the students or peers. They should also be open to receiving constructive criticism and be prepared to make on-the-spot adjustment to their teaching. And then finally, feedback and reflection. After the lesson, teachers should actively engage in the feedback process, listening carefully to the comments and suggestions provided by the observers. And they should then reflect on their performance, identify areas for improvement, and develop a plan for further skill development and implementation in their future teaching practice. So, dear students, I think that's all about our topic today. We are going to see again with different topic. Thank you very much for your attention, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.